how often you see somebody so obsessed with trains or with railroads. Like, it is so unique, at least to me, you know.
Or do an HSP 46 locomotive model. Back in high school, I did date a boy. He is also on the spectrum.
Meeting, she likes cartoon band-aids and Siberian cats or toilets with high doors.
It's packed.
Yeah, this is the introduction of your first date. And she actually hates toilets with high doors. I just edited this video as if it's, you know, something she likes, but actually she hates that shit. She likes cats and she likes bandages.
We're both wearing glasses. That's so cool. You got like turquoise, I got purple.
Yeah.
Purple's my favorite color.
Turquoise.
I'm allergic to gluten. So we both have food allergies. I love trains.
I used to love trains. I used to love Thomas, but I was never really into going on the trains as a child. But I was interested in learning of the antique trains that were.
I love how they immediately, you know, pointed out all the commonalities and all they have, like what their favorite colors. Again, trains. They have a lot of in common, of course, and I just love how they immediately and how genuinely it really sounds like you know, so straight, and there is no filter. Like they actually say what they think, you know.
The whistle goes like, woo, woo. What gender are you into?
During high school, I had a boyfriend. I was bisexual and think everyone's cute. So what's yours?
Interested in girls right now? Oh, I live with my mom in an apartment near Boston. Yeah.
My dad died when I was 13 years old.
My dad did pass away, I think about 4 years ago.
It's just a ton of people that just come out like saying, I lost my dad at this age. Yeah.
There is different, like, ways you can live with your autism, you know. You can really mask it, you can really just mix with people, and they couldn't even notice that you are on the spectrum, you know.
Now, people don't diagnose girls. There's research that we can mask and figure out how to work around society without looking autistic.
No look, it's like, it should be who we are.
Yeah.
It's a little arbitrary stereotype, in my opinion.
Like my special interests, I usually don't tell people my special interests.
I tell everybody mine, like trains and princesses. Unapologetically autistic.
Trying to learn, become more autistic.
This is not completely bad thing, but this is not something, you know, like you would enjoy living your life in hiding who you are, you know, all the time. So basically she said that she prefers to learn how to become more autistic.
So have you ever been kissed before?
By the boy I dated. Always wonder what it'd be like to kiss a girl, honestly.
I wonder too.
When I came out as bi, they're like, you need to repent to Jesus, or I just blocked them.
Do you want to hold hands on the way?
Sure, that would be very nice.
I would love to go on a second date with you.
Fairy princess in a garden who's like meeting her other princess twin. Her smile is like intoxicating in the most beautiful way.
Yeah, this video is about to end. So let's say after the first dating, they actually shared all the feelings and
you, that's the best.
And you too.
Thank you. I was wondering, do you like a kiss? My first time, better than kissing a boy. Else more sweet smelling. I'll say I kissed her.
these people, they are happy in the moment, you know. They do not think of their autism or something like something that is, stopping them from doing something. They just go and do that. If she loves trains, she goes and she get it,